Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jacob Shell,
I'm the show.
and this is The Shell Show. Welcome back, everybody, to a new episode of The Shell Show podcast. I'm Jacob Shell, your host. This is my good man at the Trey Melton. Give him a follow. Send him some snappy chatties. Here's my good brother,
I did not have Snapchat.
Pastor Wesley Shell,
For that.
my older brother. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back.
Congratulations on your return appearance to the pod.
You're
Yeah.
our most requested guest to come back.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No?
Yeah. Requested by yourself.
Yeah, just me requesting that?
Yeah. So last time we talked about church planting through the pandemic. Now, I want to get your perspective on parenting because I'm also a parent. So, growing up the way we did, we had, I think, some pretty great parents. Still do have some great parents, in fact.
Yeah, they're all right.
Thanks, Misty and Doug.
It's like a roller coaster with them. They're good and they're not good and they're cool and they're not cool. And I'm just kidding.
One extreme
I'm
to
just
the
kidding. I
other.
love them.
Yeah, exactly. So, was parenting what you expected it to be?
No, absolutely not. I don't think that every person that I talk to that hasn't had a kid yet, I usually tell them, hey, anybody's ever told you about parenting, any advice, go ahead and just throw it out the door.
Yep.
You know, like go ahead and just completely forget it. No, I don't say that, but I will say that it's never what you expected, and it's never going to happen the way that you plan it to happen. The beautiful thing about children and the whole process is that everyone's like a snowflake. You know, it's very uniquely designed. Every child has a unique story, a unique temperament, unique gifts, characteristics that don't match others. My wife has a group right now with some moms who have little girls and boys. I think they're all under 4, probably. The oldest one is my guess, and they're all completely different kids.
Yeah.
But I made the mistake of coming into parenthood with the perspective that I knew what was going to happen and what I needed to do with no previous experience. And then the first one shattered that, and the second one I feel like I've done a little bit better. But even them, Harper and Henley are 2 totally different babies.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. Deep
They
question.
are.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't,
two different
I don't know anything about parenting. I can imagine that I've had a dog before. I'm not saying that it's the same thing,
Your dog
How
bit
long
me.
did that last?
but probably almost a year, probably.
You had a dog?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he
and
had
I'm
a dog.
it's
In
one of-
Cali?
Yeah, no, in
No.
Florida, and I gave it away because I didn't want my parents to know because I got it without them knowing, and I was just like, I regret giving it away, but
What kind of dog did you get?
it was a Belgium,
Malinois?
yeah, mixed
Malinois?
with German Shepherd. It was the smartest freaking. It had
Yep.
like a nice bloodline and everything, and then
Yeah.
I just handed.
I
it
got
away.
some pointy-eared dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
I got 2 of them.
They're legends and they're smart and
Yeah.
freaking
Most of the time.
active and.
I do not have a dog.
Yeah,
I have had one.
I had a conversation with somebody. And they were asking me, what is life with 2 kids like? So I have a 3-year-old and a 6-month. She's 6-ish months old. I usually just pick the milestone and go with that. And
23 inches.
6 months. Every 6 months is what I say. Once they get to a year, she'll be a year old. I don't
Yeah.
do the whole 8
Yeah,
months, 3
she's
days,
36
and
months
12
this
hours
week.
things. Yeah.
She's about to be
That's
38
3
months.
So
3 years old.
they asked me,
Thank you.
what's the hardest thing about life with 2 kids? And I said, honestly, marriage.
Yeah.
It's
a
not
fact.
even the 2 kids. It's not even keeping kids alive. It's being nice to each other when you have no sanity left at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of old enough they can take care of themselves now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No. No, absolutely not. But, especially right now in the newborn phase, I mean, Harper's just starting to sleep more and more through the night, but even last night. So we'll kind of rotate back and forth who takes the night shift. Last night, Crystal was doing it. And I woke up in the middle of the night and she was sleeping on Harper's floor. And it was because Harper was waking up every hour or so. And she was just deciding to stay in there to be near her. So she comes in the room and then we have to navigate marriage after she's touched out, exhausted, after I'm exhausted from doing other things, then helping take care of Henley while she's with Harper or vice versa. So you really have to learn balance. You have to learn understanding, and you have to learn how to communicate.
Yep.
Because so to switch from childhood or parenting to marriage, me and my wife grew up in polar opposite households,
Same.
and I confrontation in our household was wide open. People were scared off from our house, and then the crazy people like Trey were attracted to our home because they fit in perfectly there.
Now I love confrontation.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's not that we were always angry at each other. It was just when there was something to be discussed, it was going to be discussed in the moment.
Right.
Like, you were going to handle it. The beef was going to get squashed so that we could move forward, because some things just aren't worth holding grudges. Some things just aren't worth dwelling on longer than the moment. So we would just yell at each other, and we'd hash it out. We'd punch each other, whatever it got to, and then we'd be done with it. Or we'd go out to the basketball court or whatever.
Yep.
But in Crystal's family, it's just been different. Her family tree, there's no right or wrong for any household. There's got to be a good balance. But our family leaned extreme on one side and hers is the other, to where you weren't yelling at each other. The confrontation wasn't brought up at the dinner table. It wasn't brought up in the room. It was kind of just shoved to the side. So now that we've grown up in two polar opposite experiences, not only do we have to navigate marriage in that, but we also have to navigate parenting. So we have two different parenting styles because of it. So you have to find a balance. You have to find what are the common denominators, what are the things that really matter, and let's not get caught up on the things that don't.
Right. Which is tough, because usually one side in a marriage, like you said, from different parenting backgrounds, deals with things differently. And so, like, you get some who one side might say, yeah, you pick your battles. And the other side's like, no, every little thing matters,
Right.
and is a significant issue.
Yeah.
Like, our child's 3 months old, doesn't know how to tie her shoe yet. That's a problem. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
Just
yeah,
taking petty
yeah.
things that don't make sense and turning them into something more than they are. And I've seen people that are married to people like that, and I feel very badly for them.
Yeah. And you've got to find an understanding. So what's tough for us is that we're navigating marriage and parenting, but we're also pastors. And
you have 2 dogs.
And yeah, 2 dogs, but
You got
they're
a lot on
easy
your
to
plate
take care
right
of
now, man.
themselves. Oh, dude, last year
You need a bigger fork.
had a new kid,
Yeah, a bigger plate.
graduated college, moved houses, started a church in the pandemic,
Yeah.
and I'm still married at the end of it. So
That's a win.
I would say winning.
That's a win.
2021 was awesome for our house, but I don't even remember what was I talking about?
No,
You're talking about handling stuff in marriage
balance
while we're in ministry. So ministry is one of the most time requiring jobs there is. Like it's hard to understand it unless you do it. There's a lot of conversations, lots of phone calls, and people you're talking to, and that's what I'm called to. That's what I love to do. But if you're not careful, that can put even more of a strain on parenting and children. And that can happen across the board for anybody's job. But what I remind myself is the first thing that I'm called to isn't planting the church. The first thing that I'm called to is not pastoring Harrisburg. The first thing that I'm called to is my relationship with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And any job, any workforce, you always have to remember that the first and foremost thing that God gave you and called you to steward well was your marriage.
Yep.
And if your job or your kids is hurting your marriage, you've got to kind of take a step back and you got to get that fixed first. So before this happens for you, just get ahead of the game and just remember that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm not getting married.
No? Have you decided that?
I'm just gonna date around. No, I haven't decided. I do want to get married and have kids and everything.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for in a wife?
I'm looking for I'll start with saying.
You don't have to talk. We all know that you want someone who's attractive.
I'll
You don't
say
have
beauty.
to go in on that.
Yeah, she's got to be beautiful.
Yeah.
She's got to be funny, but not funnier than me. But like funny enough to keep up with me, you know.
Similar sense of humor.
Yeah, similar sense of humor. I would like a Christian woman. I like goody girls that like don't want me to do bad things. I think that helps me out. I think I need that in my life.
You mean responsible people who hold you accountable?
Just a true adult.
That's the adult translation
just
for that.
Yeah.
Mid-40s.
In her
Probably Mid-40s is probably solid.
Mid-40s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if she's... My mom's going to get so mad, but if she's a babe... My mom needs friends. It works out perfect.
I will say this.
Shout out, Kelly called in on an episode recently.
No, I called her, and she was
marrying
upset.
older is definitely the way to go. Let me
Yeah,
say
see,
that.
I'm not saying...
My wife is 5 years older than me. So I'm 20. I turned 28 in like 9 days.
Yeah.
And she's 32.
I mean, everybody knows the jungle's nice. A cougar is not bad.
I don't think that was the way to say that.
I don't think so either.
Right.
I think it's just finding someone who's responsible. So why it happened to me is because I was 18 years old and I was
but
immature.
how much
Everybody
older?
our age
She's
was
5 years
immature.
older than you. So right now you are 28.
Turn 28 in a couple days.
Yeah, the 10th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See, I know your birthday.
There
I
you
don't
go.
know Jake's though.
That's
No,
fine.
I'm just kidding. So she's only 5 years older than you, so that's nothing crazy though. Jake's talking about like 15 years older than me.
Yeah, dude, but once you get, well, I guess we're all still kind of young.
Yes,
y'all are
I
still
am.
Young. Y'all are 2 years younger than me.
Yes, I am.
But like, at this point, values and character is the most important thing.
Absolutely.
We used to joke like when you're in high school, oh, I want to date a senior. When you're like a freshman or
Yeah,
sophomore, like you think you made it. It doesn't even matter who she is.
Yeah.
Like, but now it's
Yeah.
all about values and character, and you've got to figure out if you're going to be able to work together as a team.
Yeah, exactly. That's what. Yeah, every woman I look at, I'm just like, man, would she be a good mom? Would she be a good wife? And usually the answer is no. So
Oh my God.
I guess I'm looking in the wrong places right,
Right.
now.
It sounds like you're
Sounds
looking
like
for
it.
bass in a carp pond.
TikTok's not a great
yeah,
place to find
well.
them. And this is the first time we've ever cut anything on the Shell Show.
Okay, and we're back.
It's going to be a hard cut.
Yeah, and we're back. So
Welcome
sorry,
back after that commercial break.
Jake
can
had
find
to
a
use
place.
the bathroom.
Why don't you think of a better conversation? I felt that was going good.
Yep, me
Trying
too.
to see
It
what
wasn't-
you would look for in a
it
wife.
wasn't
Maybe we
bad.
can start from there. Start from that response. What you're looking for in a wife.
Okay, yeah. So in a woman, I'm looking for obviously beauty.
Yeah,
Um,
that's obvious. You got to be
Yeah,
attracted. to the person
yeah,
you're
exactly.
married to,
Yeah.
for
That's
sure.
always the first steps, being attracted to them. That's how you connect. Like, that's usually what gives
Well,
you...
yeah, obviously.
That's
like
usually what
the eye
compels you
test,
to
right?
speak to each other is
Yeah.
like,
Like,
hey,
wow,
this
you're
person
cute.
looks interesting to me.
Yeah, it's gotta have a. It's gotta be outgoing, I think, but not too outgoing. I'm like kind of picky. I don't know. She's gotta have a good personality and be kind of funny, but not funnier than me. She's gotta be a
Matching mullet is
a
that
Christian
a
woman.
requirement?
She does not need to have a mullet, but if she rocks a mullet, it could be a plus.
Yeah, that's a lot of confidence.
Bonus points?
It takes a attractive girl to rock a mullet
Yeah.
and like actually look good with it. Yeah, I like goody girls that keep me in check.
Yeah.
Responsible women.
Yeah,
keep you accountable.
responsible, Christian, hot.
This
Maybe a lot of money.
yeah, that's a plus, but I would say this. In any
Is that a
goal,
filter result on Christian Mingle?
you wanna
Rich, check.
Tax bracket high.
Yes. I would say that you want to marry somebody who will outwork you and loves Jesus more than you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's the two
Somebody keep me on my toes.
the two
Keep me
most
wanting to
incredible
be
things
better.
about my wife. So like I don't know, a lot of people know this, but my wife actually tried to break up with me at one point. So she
And you didn't let her?
no.
What
She
a
told
misogynist.
me she was like if you're not going to lead me closer in my relationship with Jesus, then I can't do this.
Dang, son.
Like just straight up.
That's
I was
so like straight. Like you can't even argue that. It's just like
No,
all right, either
but-
I'm gonna accept this challenge or
So-
you're just
but
gonna
this
walk
was
away.
the perk of marrying somebody who was more mature, who knew what they were going to do in life, who knew who they were in their relationship with Jesus, was a strong, independent person. And she told me, she said, you're bringing me closer to God or further away, and right now you're bringing me further away, and if we can't fix that, then I can't be in this relationship anymore. And it wasn't that straightforward because everything that Crystal says, even if it's really mean, sounds super sweet because she's a living Disney princess.
love you.
But I had to sit down. I was sobbing, and I think we were still living at Mom and Dad's at the time. And I was in the bathroom, and I just started sobbing because I thought I was going to lose this girl who I was supposed to marry. And immediately, like, I put my habits and everything back into check. I wrote down this list of how I was going to do better in our relationship and gave it to her to keep me accountable, and like had to sit down and change the way that I was leading our relationship and living my personal life so that I could be a person who she would want to be with in the long run. And
Yeah.
it wasn't just her saying you're not good enough.
Yeah.
It was her saying, "Hey, you're called to a higher standard, and right now you're not reaching that, so we need to put the work in."
Yeah.
And that changed my life. And she still has to do that sometimes, because of our human nature, but like that's the thing that you have to figure out. And I think you'll learn early is you have to find a person who will put you in check, but love you through that and
Yeah.
help you through that. Not say, you can't do this, so we're done, or you can't do this or else.
Yeah.
It's like loving you through accountability.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. I'm kind of in a situation where I'm like the least, I guess active in the game I've ever been. Like I
And
don't,
that's the best way it can be.
but I don't look at that as like, oh, there's nobody for me or I can't find anybody. I'm in the place where I'm like, I'm not where I should be yet, and maybe that's why. And I just got to be okay with that and accept it and keep working on myself.
Dude, and that's exactly when you'll find the person that you're supposed to be with, is when you realize, I got to work on me first. And that's what I had to do when Crystal left for Peru. I had to figure out how to lead me. And then God brought the right person when it was time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going to happen for you.
Yeah. Well, whenever you're ready, Lord.
Yeah.
No, I got some things I got to take care of in my life, and then, we're always growing.
I feel like this always ends, this show, every time I watch it, maybe it's just the certain episodes that I watch through, it always ends up talking about your love life.
Yeah, well, that's like the most interesting thing right now because it's the only question mark. Y'all got freaking families and everything, and I'm over here like, are you even talking to? When's the last time you talked to a girl? I'm just like, I don't know. I just called my mom on the episode previously.
I just want to see you slap the bass again soon, man. That's all I want.
Yeah, I got to get up there and slap it again.
Yeah, you do.
That was great.
We got to get rid of that buzzing.
Yeah, that's y'all's poor
We
equipment.
got to get you a different bass.
Y'all get that cheap equipment. Yeah.
Is that your bass?
That was my bass.
I don't even know.
I've had that bass forever.
That's probably why it was buzzing. You still got that Gretsch?
Yeah, I do.
Let me get that.
No. Man, you and Matt Perkins used to want that so bad.
You need to bring
I'll
that
keep
in and
forever.
show it to John.
I know. I was going to show him a picture of it. I was talking to him about it the other day when I was at church, but I couldn't find it.
Shout out, John.
Yeah. Shout out to my great-grandpa, too, giving me that Gretsch. It's an old guitar.
It's probably worth a lot of money, too.
Yeah.
Worth a good chunk of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I might have to sell that, actually.
Yeah, we do talk about relationships a lot because it's something that we are living, obviously. But I wouldn't take it as, I don't know. I mean, even marriage, like you've got somebody that you've pledged your life to, but it's work. Like it's not set. Like Wesley was talking about, you're constantly working on yourself. And part of a healthy marriage is being able to be open with each other about what needs to change. Yeah. And one thing that I think gets blown out of proportion is people not talking biblical principle, like what biblically needs to change for yourselves to align. I think a lot of people will selfishly request that their spouse change certain things they don't like, and it's like, well, I don't know if that's like I don't know. It's touchy. Marriage is so fluid. It's so different for every single couple, and it's so hard too. It's not easy. Just because you got rings on and like you had a great wedding day and everything doesn't mean it's easy. Every day you wake up, you have to choose to love that person. And it's not always going to feel like love, but love's not a feeling.
Right.
It's a choice.
See, that's crazy. That's where I'm like, I can't find a girl to hold my attention.
Well, think about it like this, right?
I'm just like, these guys have been with their girls for years.
Think about this. Think about how much.
No regrets, baby.
Think about the fact that God chooses to love you every day, even with the different things that we do to disappoint him.
Yeah, but that's not fair. He's built different.
It doesn't matter. It's marriage, right? There's an expectation, and then there's the reality of what people are capable of. And we always set our expectations for people so much higher sometimes than what they're able to do. We expect so much of people when we're not even doing our part. And that's a lot of what marriage is. It's like, I want you to be everything that I want you to be, but selfishly, like, I know this would work for you, but it's inconvenient for me, so I'm not going to do it. Because we like to project problems on everyone else and pretend like we don't have them.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue is that everyone's always focused on the output and not what's um, being brought in, what's being put into yourself. So like in marriage, the tendency can be, I need to tell you what you're doing wrong on the outside and what you're saying and why you're doing this or whatever, how I'm frustrated with this way, but not looking at what's happening on the inside of them first. So like I can be frustrated that my wife does a certain thing a certain way or says things, or sometimes when she gets tired, if she'll say something to me, I always tell her that I'm so happy that she's so comfortable with me that I'm the person that she can let go
Right.
of those feelings and her frustrations.
Yeah.
Because that means that she's comfortable and she loves me enough to be able to do that. Now, does it hurt my feelings sometimes that she says that I tie my shoes weird? You know, yeah. But
You do. I'm actually looking at them.
yeah,
They look ridiculous.
yeah, thank you. But you know, we have to remember that we don't always know what's going on the inside of somebody. And I think that that's more than just a marriage thing. That's also a kid thing of like your expectation of kids being a certain way and you don't know what's happening at home or even people in general is we're always so focused on the output. I mean, it's the new year and everybody, is hashtagging New Year, New Me. I'm excited. I'll be preaching at Concord in Harrisburg probably this past weekend from when this gets put out. And I'm preaching New Year, same God, because we always get so focused about how we can change ourselves, but on the outside, but not really focusing on what we're putting into ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that you can learn in your own life. You can learn in your relationships. You can learn across the board is sometimes there's more going on than just what meets the eye. And the first thing that I need to address is the heart. And I need to understand why they're doing this the way that they are. And then I can have a proper conversation on how we can change the way that this is being done.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
That is good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you got some wisdom. You got some wisdom.
Did you set any resolutions? I set none.
No, absolutely not. I don't do your New Year resolutions.
Same.
I feel like
I mean, I have goals. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll
I mean,
keep,
I've had
I'll keep
goals.
them
They
to
haven't
myself,
stopped,
but it's not because of the new year. It's like
Right.
something I've been working on
Yeah.
for.
what are some of those? You don't have to share them.
Just
What are they? Don't tell us.
yeah, not just.
You don't have to share all of them. Share one. We can each share one goal in our life. Maybe it's not even New Year's resolution.
I need to work out, bad. I gotta lose weight this year. Like I got to.
Same.
Not just this year, but I just need to get healthier
We're
and
going Monday.
make better choices. Yeah,
Go
and
on.
I need to. See, I messaged Josh. Josh, I hope you watch this. I messaged him. He messaged me back.
Text him.
He
I hate
read
that
it.
it's so far from me now.
Text him.
It's further for you.
Yeah, it's way far
It's a
for me.
long drive, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I got to go before work, so I got to be there like 6 a.m. and then be
Yeah.
done by 7:30 and
Perfect.
go work all day.
Love that. Let's do it.
And then, okay, thank you.
Nah,
It's
bro.
gonna maximize
My
the
my
weight
work
loss.
isn't taking phone calls on the golf course. Okay, I'm out there digging holes and crap.
Listen, dude. This is the goal.
Whose
we're gonna
fault
find
is
a
that?
We're gonna find a gym in Harrisburg,
it's
a basketball gym
COVID.
where we can go play basketball early in the morning, and that's our cardio.
That'd be
No,
sick.
I'd rather work out.
Um,
Hurts my knees too much to play basketball now.
so
Yeah,
goal is to
tricks me
be
into
more
running.
active, be healthier.
Yeah, be healthier, be more active, and then some private goals that I
Very cool.
just got to do better.
I think that I have some like goals that I would like to happen for my family. Spend more time together, vacation together. We usually take like this past year we vacation once to the beach because this year was just slam packed busy, and that was a mistake on my part to not take more time and get away with the family. So this year is definitely to take more time away with my family. We're starting off the year strong, going to Disney.
Yep.
So super excited about that. And then I've got some other like goals that I want to happen for our church that involves me and my leadership, and also the church across the board. Getting more people who are called, passionate, and gifted for certain things into places where they can run, and then just watch God work. I mean, there's a lot of other things stirring, and I'm sure I can be brought back on another time later on and talk about that.
Yeah.
But
Stay tuned, everybody.
Yeah, so.
Some big news coming.
But anyways, family is to spend more vacation more together, even if it's like a daycation, going to the lake or a park or whatever.
Zootastic.
Just specific, lots of Zootastic, I'm sure. If you guys need
What
a
is that?
sponsorship, something. It's like the greatest zoo
it's
in the world.
insane, bro.
It's better than
It's
Lazy
like
Five.
it's the largest family.
It's better than Lazy Five.
Oh yeah, it's the
Oh,
largest
yeah.
family-owned zoo in the area.
We're talking go see a tiger.
In what area?
We're talking
I
go
think
see a
it's the
tiger from me to you.
Oh, it's like Tiger King.
Yeah, you can feed tigers actually. Fun fact.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can buy
Full
it.
size tigers?
Yes. Huge.
They got big animals.
Safely?
It's cool.
No.
You gotta go. No, it's worth. They got this big steak that you put the meat on.
A big stick that you put the steak on and you reach it over.
That's a steak. Steak you stab stuff with, right?
Yeah, but you can't say a steak that you put a steak on. That's confusing.
Yeah, but if you double steak, you know what that means.
Then you made
Steaks
a miss.
are high.
Then you misstaked.
But yeah. So taking more time with the family, and then a couple things for the church. Me personally, I want to read more this year. So like, I haven't read for pleasure in 4 years because I've been doing school full time in my my free time. So
We lost him. We lost him. We lost
what did
him.
I say?
You just said read for pleasure and he took it the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, is that pleasure of the mind or?
Okay, I'm gonna start there. And then one of my personal goals is, to read more. I haven't read something that I chose to read in 4 years.
and we've
because
now
of
had to
school.
cut twice. Thank you, Trey.
I'm sorry. I just want to say this about the cuts though, because there are going to be some cuts in here. I'm not saying anything that bad. It's just better that they're not in there. It's just more respectful. I'm
This
not.
is-
You've done a couple episodes today. It's we're building in a filter
Yeah.
for you.
We made it 16 episodes without having to cut.
I know. Listen, I'm sorry. Listen, it's New Year's. It's January 1st. I was out until I don't know, almost 4 last night.
Oh my
I'm really
gosh.
tired. I know. I'm so tired right now. I feel like an idiot.
You need caffeine.
I'm not hungover, so that's not the case. But
That's a good thing.
I feel like I gotta specify that. Everybody always has this assumption about me that I'm so wild.
Yeah, because you're so chill.
Yeah, I like to have fun. And I
Dude,
like
everybody's
but-
always asking that because you're just so calm.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe
I
they
don't
just
know.
haven't reached that place of inner peace yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm just me, and maybe I'm permanently damaged and like
My
this,
gosh.
like this. But I don't know. I'm good.
That's a good thing. Jake, what about you? Do
Sober
you have
sounding.
any personal family goals?
I want to enlarge my family and grow the number. Yeah, we want to have more kids.
That's
I
great.
don't know if that's this year or not, but we'll see.
Good news is you have time.
Yeah, that's true. I want to
He's
get
gonna
out
have
of.
a girl next. I told him that the other day.
So really, I don't know. You might be having the girls, and he might be having the boys.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, I
Because
mean
you're
that's
a girl.
fine with me.
You're a girl dad.
Yeah, twice
Yeah.
over.
I want to get out of debt. We should be out of consumer debt probably by the end of January.
That's awesome.
And then I want to start, my goal is to pay off the house in 5 years. So that's kind of what I'm working towards. And all that is for the long-term goal of building an inheritance for Oliver. And I want to financially retire at 30. So if I pay off the house, I can do that.
Jag, oh.
That's quick.
That
That's
just
in 4 years, y'all.
that just means if I stopped working, we'd be okay.
So here's my question: are you gonna live in that house forever? If that's the one, if you pay it off, do you see yourself not being able to move?
No, I don't think it would be we built it to be able to rent if we wanted to. The
Mm-hmm.
location's good. The way that we did it would be very attractive for somebody to rent. We're looking at building. We bought the little bit of land behind our house too that we're going to build something else on that might be rented. I don't know. We'll see. If we, it
There you go, that's
depends.
for you, bro. Little
It
tiny house.
depends.
That's what I said. I said,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go live back there.
It depends on how big our family gets.
And then Jake
Like,
don't
if
have
we
to call
only
me all the
ever-
time. He can just come knock on my door every single day.
Yeah, if we only have 2 kids, or even just Oliver, it's not like we would ever need to move. and I can work from anywhere. So we've bounced some ideas around about like moving to Florida, moving to the mountains, moving out and building on more land because I'm always dreaming new things. So I just don't feel an urgency to move.
Yeah.
We talked about selling the house and buying a camper, and then we'd be completely.
You mean you talked about it?
Well,
let's clarify. I'm going to be on Team Miranda right now.
Yeah.
It's not we talked about. It's Jake talked about.
I floated the idea because we'd be debt free. And there's so much freedom in not owing anyone anything.
A lot of golf, you mean? Is what
well, we could go anywhere. We could visit
that's how
people.
I feel.
Yeah, that means I would get a lot of golf also.
That's what
Jake
I've been
pays
doing
for me
since we
sometimes.
But that's kind of the perk of like what I do is I'm not going to an office.
Right.
So as long as I have internet, which I have a hotspot I can use for my phone, I can pretty much work anywhere. I have phone signal.
Yeah.
Which is really, really helpful.
It's great.
And just trying to mitigate my consumeristic mindset because I like things. I get so excited to buy things or to try things, and I can spend a lot of money. So I'm trying to be better about toning that down for my family's sake.
I watched a video on the way here that Shaq's one time holds the record for the most money spent one time at Walmart, $70,000.
Dang.
Really, that's it? Was that like the whole store
Walmart.
just about?
Dude, I don't know what Walmart it was, but it was when he got traded
He went and
from
bought all his
Orlando, and
furniture
they
and
didn't.
stuff?
They had an apartment but nothing in it, and he filled the whole thing up. And he said that when he swiped the card, it said decline. He said he went, and then did it again, and it said decline. And then somebody called him and said, "Hey, somebody's trying to spend $70,000 at Walmart on your car," and he said, "Yeah, that's me." And they're like freaking out.
What
So.
the heck?
Yeah,
Also-
Jake and
They
Shaq
do
are
that.
pretty similar. in
I
a lot
want to
of
hit the
ways.
film festival circuit also. That's one of my goals this year
that'd be
also.
cool.
So what does that look like? What is that? Is that East Coast?
No, I mean it's everywhere. Film festivals are all across the nation and across the world, but it just depends which one I would enter into.
Very cool.
I mean, you can enter into all of them if you want to.
That's like different categories and stuff.
I mean, yeah, my film would fall in the same category in about every one, depending on what it is. But yeah, you can win awards and stuff, and like producers go watch it. You could make a bigger film with them and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I mean, that's cool too. Try to grow the podcast.
The pod.
Grow the pod. We love doing this. We
Yeah,
don't
it's
get
fun.
paid to do it, so it makes it kind of difficult to have to keep shelling out cash to do it, but it's so much fun that it's just worth it for me. It's kind of like not necessarily a detox, but it is kind of somewhat of a retreat for me to be able to come and just hang out with people.
Yeah, I use it as like a therapist. I'll just say what's on my mind.
Yeah.
It gets me in trouble.
And we're doing
sometimes,
more
but-
golf content. We've got a trip planned for the end of the month where we're going to hopefully get a bunch of content done.
That Wesley
yeah?
won't
So if you
go
want
on.
another vacation,
Are you talking about the
You're not
beach
gonna
trip
go.
that you can't cancel?
You're
well, I
not gonna
can
go
cancel
on
it. I just didn't.
That I absolutely will.
It's
I was
what,
supposed
it's
to
what
go.
Bob Ross calls a little happy accident.
I was supposed to go.
That was perfect.
I was supposed to go to Tampa, but I'm not going to Tampa anymore because some of the things that are going on with the church. So depending on when it is, I may ask my wife.
24th to the 27th.
Yeah, but when are you going to Disney?
The 10th through the 16th.
Well, it looks like this has worked out perfect.
Well, yeah, because I booked it for weekdays.
And I hate to look at it like this, but you just spend all that time with your wife and kids.
Yeah.
Do you get a
you have a pass to leave now, right?
I
Dude,
don't know.
vacation with kids. Let's get this straight too, because like vacation with kids is not really a vacation. It's fun. It's great to get away from
Oh, yeah.
work.
It's for them.
But Oliver gets up earlier on vacation than he does at home.
Yeah, he's out of
Like he was up at 6 a.m. when we were at the beach. So we're up.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
It's really not bad. It's just different. It's like you go on vacation as a single person, you can, or even just as a married couple, like you can hang around, you can lay in the bed till 10, go get breakfast, just lounge. But with kids, they'll go
Nah.
insane if you just keep them inside.
Yep.
So we were just down there last week, and we had the golf cart and everything, and he was loving it. And now he wakes up like he's having dreams about our trip. He's like, he wakes up, he's like, Daddy, Mommy, putt-putt, dry the golf cart, put it in the hole. Because he'll like, when we're playing putt-putt now, he puts it 3 inches from the hole, and we count 1, 2, 3, and he just like slides it in.
That's funny.
And then he does, yay, like
Yeah,
celebrates.
Jake's like that too on the
It's
course.
hilarious. It's hilarious. So,
I would say this. I think that a good challenge for all three of us would be to spend more time in our prayer closets.
Absolutely.
And one way that you can do that is we're doing 21 days of prayer in Harrisburg.
Did that start today?
No, I would have been no.
No, you
He would have been praying right
What's
now.
today? Today's Saturday.
It's not all
So
day.
it starts on the 10th, and we're doing 6 a.m. to 7 a.m.
Wait, how does it start on the 10th if
At
you're
the
going to be
church.
at Disney World?
Because I don't leave until afternoon. And I'm not running the whole thing, but it's
So
for
you're
21
missing a week
days.
of prayer.
Yeah, I'll be praying, I promise. But for 21 days, or it's not for 21 days, we're going to be praying. But Monday to Friday, we'll be doing it at the church, 7155 Hickory Ridge Road, Harrisburg, NC 28075. I say that with a little more emphasis.
Gang,
now 'cause
baby.
I live there, baby.
Welcome to it. The Berg.
But yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Just that's where God called us to plant a church, was in the middle of that, and there's a lot of things that have come out of that. Eric Boyd, who's also been on the pod,
Yep.
and I were talking. He was showing me a verse that when Jesus approached the disciples and the disciples fell asleep at the Garden of Gethsemane, he said, "Could you not even stayed up for an hour to be with me?" And that verse, I was like, "Oh snap!" Like,
Yeah.
Watch
that's
and
early,
pray.
but dude, it's worth it. I would challenge both of you to be at it as much as you can. I know
Yeah.
it's early, but it's
We
a
just
really
have to go
good
to the gym
practice.
before.
Just go to what? What time do you work?
7:30.
Oh man,
Yeah.
go to gym afternoon.
Yeah, I can't. I won't go.
Same.
Like, I gotta go in the morning to get it done and get my day going, or I'll work and be like, yeah, I think I'm gonna have dinner and just chill.
If you guys can build my building, we can put a gym in there.
Well, if we can do all the other work we have to do, we can do that.
Got to put it on hold.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on Paul to come gravel my
Yep.
driveway, but I know you got tons of stuff, so I'm not trying to rush
Hush.
We're
him.
We just
slammed
had
right
him
now.
on earlier, and he said he is filled to the brim with workload.
Yep.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want your work.
That's basically
Not
what he said.
y'all's, but
That's basically what he said.
whoever was listening.
Don't call us.
There was some beef there. I don't know what was going on. I'm gonna apologize for my grandpa.
I don't know. He did seem a little. He was like, I have too much. Don't call me.
Please leave me alone. Yeah, don't call him because that means I have to work, and I like hanging out. No, I'm
True.
kidding.
True fact.
No, it's fine. Please call him
Cool.
so we can make money. What do you mean cool? You trying to leave us?
No.
Dang, he was about ready to bounce. We are gonna go get some coffee.
It
Shout
just
out
felt like a good
groundwork,
transition point.
like a transition point.
Because coffee sounds awesome. And if we're going to get coffee, we're going to Harrisburg.
So what is y'all,
What's in
what is that
Harrisburg?
like? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all not crash from that? And
I don't even feel it anymore.
that's what I'm saying. Like y'all
more
just
of like a
y'all just do
trigger.
it as routine though.
Well, the crash is really from bad coffee, actually.
Like, do you notice that you're less?
Let's go play ping pong.
Motivated and
This is what we're going to do. I bet Trey Melton that entire box. Let's go Skip Bayless on him. I'm going to bet him an entire case of Mountain Dew.
well, I don't drink soda. Let's do water.
All right, deal. That I will beat him in
Or
ping pong, and he will
Yoo-hoos.
score less than 15.
Where are you? I'm sorry, I got a phone call. I hope that nobody heard that. No, you won't. He doesn't think I'm going to score 15 points.
Yep.
Like, who does he think he is? A defensive warrior, dude? Like, what do you mean is ping pong?
It's so funny because you were trying to find a name of a ping pong player, and you can't.
Well,
Because nobody
Zing Chang?
No. All right.
That's a real ping pong player. Y'all better
there's
show some
another
respect. If y'all thought that was racist, then y'all don't know ping pong.
The guy's name is Ping Pong.
What's the Balls of
Sport
Fury?
was
What's the
invented
Balls
in
of Fury's guy's name?
I don't know. Will Ferrell.
No, it's not Will Ferrell. He's like a bigger guy.
Good grief, dude. This is so beautiful.
It's a classic movie,
Yeah.
though.
Where's that at?
Colorado. That's my brother-in-law's house.
Wow, that's crazy. That is beautiful.
You know what else is beautiful?
What?
The golf course.
You know what else is beautiful?
Hey, when are we going to have our championship?
Yeah, we need to do that. We had Dylan on earlier. You talking about with Dylan, right?
Best of 3.
Did we play 2?
Yeah.
Yes, 1-1.
Tomorrow.
There's a shootout. Here's what happened. Me and Jake absolutely
Oh, we blew it. That's
smoked
right. We blew it.
Wesley and them the first time. Then
No, we were up 3 and y'all came back and beat us by like 12.
yeah, on like the last 4 holes. It
Yeah,
was
it
nuts.
was
They got
awful.
ugly.
I don't know what happened. Me and Dylan said, all right, let's just play it safe. And then the train fell off the
Yeah.
tracks.
Then me and Jake was getting beat like 3 again, going into the last
It kind of went
3
back and
holes,
forth
I
a
think.
few times.
Yeah, and then me and Jake came back,
3
tied
playoffs.
it. We went into a triple overtime, I believe.
I was
Yeah.
so ready for somebody to win. It was so cold.
A triple shootout. It was pitch black on
It
the
was like
course, pretty
28 degrees.
much. Yeah, freezing.
54-yard shot-ish.
I'm over there chipping my life away, and Jake can't hit a daggone putt for a bird.
In fairness, you missed it too.
Yeah.
Well, I did miss it too, but I got us there for
And
the
you
putt.
like smoked it by and gave me a terrible read.
Well,
Yeah, there was no reason.
it was so cold. I think I just kind of like jerked a little bit and like twitched.
And we were playing Rocky River, which was extremely hard at the point.
And you know what? We're in the season where the grass is like golden and like kind of dead, and even if you hit a good ball, sometimes you can't find it because of the way the grass is. It's so hard to find the ball, and I hate playing golf like that. Not to mention, I'm not good at golf anyways, but I've never played Rocky River and been successful there once.
I played horrible that day.
Never in my
Like
life.
real bad. I played really bad.
I hate Rocky River.
I actually like it. It's a great course.
I
It's
like
just
their
tough.
carts.
It's just tough. It's not super.
Where did we go
Like,
to?
all of that was dead content.
Where did we
Just
go?
rambling now. I feel like somebody should just do an outro and we go get coffee and play ping pong.
Thank you guys for listening. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Wesley's
it.
trying to get out of here.
We're in need of coffee. We're gonna go play some golf eventually and get some content for you guys. So, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Tell all your friends about us. If you want to be on the show, send us a message. We love you guys.